to give it an award. I want to thank you for that. I'm very grateful for that, and I hope you, as an audience member, enjoy watching it. But you know, that's the obvious goals, or knocking doors, looking for distribution for it, and getting it out there in whatever video on demand formats I can, which is most likely. Before going to the next question, I'll say one thing my first documentary has taught me is you're never quite done with it, because after our 2-year contract with Netflix was over, you got to keep finding new homes for it. You know, the Stan Lee documentary, it's called With Great Power, the Stan Lee story, that played on Netflix, and then PBS, and then Fox had it for the international markets. You know, we had Viacom had it for several years. Epix, the cable network owned by Viacom. So it's like you're constantly looking for different forms of platforms to get it out on.
Okay. So why did you create it to begin with?
I created the documentary because I grew up in New Orleans. I played trumpet as a boy growing up, and marching every year in the Mardi Gras parades, and with my brothers and sisters who all played musical instruments as well. So for me, Mardi Gras was very musical. It was very family oriented, and I wanted to share that side of the story with people that may have never visited New Orleans. And hopefully this has a good, positive effect. If you have it in your bucket list to maybe get to New Orleans and you've been thinking about it, maybe this will be what pushes you over the hump to go. But it truly was an idea of just showing there's a very artistic side to the city. It goes beyond the food and the music. It's like people spend all year creating these Mardi Gras floats and creating their costumes that they're gonna wear at Mardi Gras. It's like going to Comic-Con. You people get involved and invested in you know what they're gonna be on that day of Fat Tuesday. And another exciting thing about Mardi Gras is it's really a season. It goes beyond one day. It's you know, 6 weeks of parading for the locals. That's what it boils down to. And I've always been amazed with so many things in life that in America, let's say, society, that divide us. Mardi Gras is the largest outdoor celebration in the world, where people just pour out of their homes in every neighborhood around the city of New Orleans and come together. Doesn't matter what you drive, what you do for a living, all of those things that divide us typically, they all kind of melt away, and people just come together in one massive celebration of life. And I love that about the city. So, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the last one.
The last question.
Yeah, so
okay.
What are we gonna...
What's up next for me?
Yeah, what's
okay.
next for you? What are we gonna see?
I wrote, directed, and produced a feature length comedy called Barely Love, a Bear Mauling Love Story musical, which I shot in Big Bear, California several months ago. I'm in the process of editing that now. It's a fun romantic comedy musical. I'm mixing multiple genres there, and I'm editing that currently. And I have other scripts that I'm writing, and you know, it's like I'm like everybody else in this town. I've got projects, some on the back burner, some I would like to move forward on sooner than others, but I could see one day doing a documentary in Alaska. I have family that live up there, and it's a beautiful state. I've been there a dozen times. I'd really love to show that area off up there, but I'll limit my conversation right now to just those, I guess, editing Barely Love. That's what's up next for me. So